Step and repeat is an incredibly powerful technique that will allow you to do repetitive tasks very quickly in Illustrator. To show you what I mean, I'm going to create a basic shape. And if I make any transformation to this shape, that will allow me to do the step and repeat technique. So it can be scaling, it can be copying, it can be moving, it can be rotating. In this case, I'm going to take the selection tool and just move the circle over. And then if I go up to Object and Transform, you can see that this option, Transform Again, is available. And the hotkey for that option is Command D. So when I choose that, the circle is going to move one more time. And it moves in the same direction and the same distance as the initial transformation that I did. If I choose that option again, it's going to move once more. And I can also do this by hitting Command D. So if I hit Command D, every time I use that hotkey, it'll move one more time, again, in that same direction and the same distance. So it's just repeating that transformation to the previous item. This can also work with copying. Okay, so if I go ahead and hold down Option and make a copy, when I hit Command D, it'll make another copy. And every time I repeat that hotkey, I'll get more copies. Can also do this with multiple objects. So if I now select this entire row of circles, hold down Option and make a copy of that row, I can use Command D to make more rows. So you can see how this can become really powerful, where we're just starting to duplicate and create a lot of objects very quickly. And it can work with any of the tools under here in Transform. So if I shear or scale or reflect or move or rotate, I can use those transformations to do the step and repeat technique. Another thing that is really powerful with step and repeat is the rotate tool. So back when we made our botanical illustrations, some of you guys did flowers. And this could have been a way to speed up the drawing of a flower, particularly if you wanted to make something very symmetrical. So I'm going to quickly make a petal design by taking two overlapping circles. I'm going to select both of them, and then in the Properties panel, I'm going to use these Pathfinder tools and use the intersection to just take the intersection between those two circles. I'm going to move that to the top. And then with that selected, I'm going to go into my toolbar and find the Rotate tool. You can also access this by clicking R. And the Rotate tool has this little cyan target. Okay, this is going to be the point of rotation for the tool. So in order to set that point of rotation, I'm going to hold down Option, and then I'm going to click on the point where I want this shape to rotate around. So in the case of this flower, it's going to be kind of right down here at the bottom. So I'm going to hold down Option and click. When I do that, you can see that it sets that target down where I clicked, and also this dialog box comes up that asks me what angle I want. I'm going to turn on preview so we can see what we're doing. And if you want to make a shape that is going to rotate all the way around a circle, it's important that you choose an angle that is evenly divisible by 360, or that divides 360 evenly, rather, because that is going to give you, an even number of rotations around where it's going to seamlessly end with the previous petal. So I'm going to choose 30. Okay, and then when I hit Tab, you can see the petal rotating over. But instead of clicking OK, I'm going to click Copy. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Command D to continue that process. So after I hit Command D 11 more times, it's going to complete that shape. Okay, and then if I go ahead and change this to strokes, you can see that this is a pretty complex shape that we've drawn, and it happened really quickly with step and repeat. It's also really useful if you want to create, a sun type shape. So let's say we had a circle and we wanted to, kind of have triangles go all around this circle. Well, I can first draw a triangle with the polygon tool. I'm going to click and choose 3 sides. I'm going to use my selection tool to scale that down to the right shape. Okay, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit and then position that at the top of the circle. And I can use my smart guides to make sure that I'm aligned with the center. Then if I take my rotate tool, I can click and again, using my smart guides to make sure I'm in the center of the circle, hold down Option and click, and then choose whatever I want for the angle. If I choose 45, it's also divisible by 360, so that's going to work as well. When I click copy, I can hit Command D to repeat that transformation.